and we still have a problem. It's because we deal with enforcement only. Enforcement is key. Of course it's key. We have to put walls and barriers where appropriate, but let's start with what we can do. We can't allow amnesty. We can't allow the anchor baby phenomenon to continue. And we can't continue providing welfare, federal welfare, to those here illegally. It doesn't make any sense. Even just talk in the federal government of amnesty coming down the pipe increases the flood of illegal immigration across our border. So it's nonsense to talk about that. People that are here illegally should not be able to take part in our federal welfare system. I wish the whole federal welfare system was gone, but that's not going to happen tomorrow either. But I think what we can do is make sure that people here illegally don't take advantage of it. Then we need to acknowledge that what we have are millions of incursions a year. And our Border Patrol, it's impossible for them to handle it. It's impossible for our court system to handle it. We can't engage in purely enforcement only. I used to be build a fence guy. I was. I said, just build a fence, it'll solve the problem. And then something happened. I said, well, if I'm going to advocate this position, I better know what I'm talking about. So I started doing the research. I started looking at where and why and when a fence works. And one of the things that sticks in my mind was sitting down and talking to Senior Heritage Foundation analyst James Carafano. He looked at me. We talked for about an hour about this illegal immigration problem we have. And one of the catchphrases I remember, he said, a 700-mile fence across the desert is about 500 miles past stupid. And the reason he said that, now this is the Heritage Foundation. This is not the Brookings. You know, this is the number one conservative think tank in the country. The reason he said that was very simple. A fence in an urban area works very well because there's law enforcement around there and because of a term that the Border Patrol uses called the melting point. And that is the amount of time that it takes for an illegal border crosser to melt into the population. In other words, how long does it take them before they're too hard to find? Well, in a city like San Diego, that time is measured in seconds because they're around a building, they're melting into a crowd, whatever. The journey is measured in seconds. In the middle